Hello, everybody. I'm trying something new. So hopefully I am doing the right thing. It's Hattie here with Honeybee Stampers. I'm going live to do a video tutorial. I'm going to do a 6 card video tutorial. These projects I did, it looks like I am live. Awesome. Okay. So I did these 6 cards quite a while ago. We did them in classes in September. I'm going to just kind of give you a little preview of the cards here, and October as well. And this one's a fun fold. And I'm finally hopping on to do the video tutorial to show you how these projects were put together. Now, it's been a while since I put these projects together, so hopefully I can remember all the tips and tricks that I want to share with you. I don't think I'm trying something different and new right now, and I don't know that I'll be able to see comments, but that doesn't mean don't comment. So comment and let me know that you're watching, say hi. I'm here at my studio right now. And then yeah, so let's get started with these projects. They're really pretty easy to put together, I think. And I'm going to show you the products that I use to put them together. Um, and we will just jump right in. Okay, let me switch over. I'm trying some new streaming stuff here, and I can tell that it's not as sharp or crisp as I want it to be, but I'm going to try to go with it. Oh, you know what? I just realized that. Let me see if it, let me see if my camera flipped down before I keep going, because sometimes when I live stream like this, it won't pick up that second camera. So hang tight for just a second. Okay, it did. Great. Awesome. So what you should be seeing right now is this mini catalog here, September through December. As you can see, it's going to be leaving us pretty soon, but there's some great product in here. I did mention that this was 6 holiday projects, but my first card that I'll show you actually isn't really holiday themed necessarily. It could be, but it's using the Regal Flora stamp set. So it's this one right here. It is a distinctive stamp set, and it's very pretty. Let me show you the project here that we're going to use. I did use this paper right here, the Regal Distress Patterns 12 by 12 paper, and it's got some gold foil in there, and there's 3 different patterns there. And so we're going to use that on the card as well as the stamp set. So let me grab all of my pieces to create this project and show you how to put that together. Okay, something I also want to mention about this card is that because I was creating it for a large classes, I was doing several classes with several people in it. I wanted the classes to run smoothly, and so I used my Stamparatus. Stamparatus is something that's no longer available. However, if you do have one or a positioning tool, you can use the same technique to be able to create lots of cards and take the guesswork out of like where the placement goes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to use that today just for simplicity's sake. I haven't put it away yet for my classes, so I'm going to show you guys how I did it. So when I do my classes, I will die cut, if I can, all the pieces out. Well, of course, they can eyeball and stamp right over these pieces if they wanted to, or they can use the positioning tool to make their lives easier. Okay, so here is what the Stamparatus looks like. I really miss this stamp positioning tool. It was fantastic. But anyway, so I've got a little template in here, and then I'm just going to place my little pieces. Again, if you don't have the Stamparatus or you don't do this type of stamping, you can always just stamp the images and then die cut them. Simple as that. Okay, so I'm going to fit these pieces in right there. And then okay. I just got a phone call. I had put do not disturb, and somehow a call just came through. So hold on, let me make sure that I'm still live and I'm still good. Okay, looks like it. Great. Sorry about all the snafus here. Okay. So I've placed these pieces in here and I'm going to use cherry cobbler ink for this. And so let me just ink up my stamps. Straight down, give it nice good pressure. Up, there we go. Right. Now I'm going to switch this template out. And I'm going to use this one. And this time I'm using Pretty Peacock. Let me clean this off just a little bit before I get my ink everywhere. It's been a minute since I've stamped, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. And this has been on my to-do list for quite some time. Making this video tutorial along with a lot of other things. And so I'm just working down my to-do list. Here we go. All right, so now I'm switching over to this one. I'll use the magnet to hold this template in place. And if I can find that little piece that I'm going to stamp on, I don't see it. It has escaped me. Okay, anyways, we'll move on. We'll move on to something else and I'm sure it'll pop up and then I'll come back to it. All right, so I've got this little piece here and you can see I've already got some ink smudged down there. We're going to use this sentiment, wishing I were there to give you a hug. So you can see that that's not exactly holiday-like, but this is from the holiday catalog, so I wanted to feature it. And it's pretty. It really is pretty. We're going to ink this up. There we go. And then this is going to go on the inside, and we'll be stamping on the inside of that. But we're going to grab this layer. This is our cherry cobbler layer. And I want to put this designer series paper on it. So I've already cut the designer series paper down for my class attendees. Okay. And you're just going to layer it here, here, and here. I will take one of these projects that I show you guys tonight, and I will put all the measurements and everything and highlight it in my next email. So you guys can watch this video to get some inspiration. Let's get this going here. I tell you. Okay, there we go. As well as have the measurements for one of the projects. Okay, so let's just have a nice even border around the top, side, and bottom. I'm having a hard time with this tape runner here. So let me switch over to my liquid adhesive. Oh, geez. Can you tell I haven't been in the studio for a while? Everything is just a hot mess express. Okay, let's take some of that, because that is way too much, and share it over here on this side. All right, now we're going to add this to here. Again, I want a border around all of it. And then this on the bottom. Okay. Ooh, sticky stuff. This right here, I'm going to pop up on the card base. This is a Sahara Sand card base with Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to take the sentiment that I just stamped and also put that on the card front. Put those on. There we go. That's going to go right about there. Okay. I didn't push that down very hard because I've got these pieces that I need to put on. I can't believe that tape runner messed up on me already. I just opened it. Okay. We'll stick this piece here. Again, you can actually just stamp and die cut these pieces if you have this stamp set. And then I'm going to put this one on top. It actually feels good to be back in the studio. I was in here in and out today trying to get things done. A lot of you guys know that I'm moving or I've moved. And so we're trying to sell our house. So if anybody wants to move to Sumter, South Carolina, reach out to me. I got a house for you. Um, but trying to empty it and get it cleaned out and do all the things we need to do to get it on the market has been a lot of work. But something that we did a garage sale, and something I found out about from this lovely couple that came is that there's this cool auction, Facebook auction. So it's different than Facebook like marketplace. It's for the military community. And it's been really fun to get on there and post things and have people come and pick up. So today I've had two pickups today of stuff that, I'm selling or whatever. And so it has been a lot. Okay, these are little gems that I'm going to add to the card. Let's do one down here. And then this one right here. I love these gems. They're actually still available. They're an online exclusive, I believe. So you can still get those pretty little gems just like that. And then we're going to do the inside of the card. Okay, so let's open this up. And this stamp right here that was on our Stamparatus, I'm going to grab a block for it. And of course, I only have these big blocks sitting right here, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to just stamp in the corner here with our cherry cobbler again. And there. I love the way that that looks. So pretty. Okay, and then we're going to bring the pretty peacock in and stamp this sentiment, sending love your way. So this is going to be a great card for somebody that's having a rough time. And you just want to, send them a little happiness. So this is perfect for that. We've got some basic beige, which is a new color that came out recently. I love this color. I really missed our Sahara sand. So if you remember Sahara sand, then you're going to love this color. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of little splotches right there to fill that in. So this stamp is really invaluable. That's a part of that stamp set too. And let's close this up. Okay, and then this will get glued to the inside of the card. One card down, and we got 5 more to go. I have no idea where that little leaf went. But when I do find it, I'm going to stamp it with our pretty peacock ink, and I'm going to tuck it right in the bottom there so that that will match. So there we go. Cute, 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 cute. Okay, let me clear away some of this stuff and we'll get our next card out. I'm going to use cherry cobbler. Oh, here it is. Here's that little piece I was looking for, of course. Okay, there's this. Here's the stamp set again, Regal Flora. It's a pretty one. It really is. Okay, our next card. So this one was a fan favorite for sure. It's a very simple one to put together. I did feature some vellum that has retired. So I had lots and lots of this vellum left over, and I was like, I cannot not use it. It's so beautiful. And we're going to use this Fresh Frisia as our card base, and then Blackberry Bliss. These two colors go together really well. All right. Fold our card base in half, and then pretty much these are going to get layered together. So I'll start building this together. Well, the Fresh Frisia on top of that Blackberry Bliss. And then with the vellum, I recommend just putting some little dots of glue behind the flocking so that it doesn't show through the vellum. Oops, one of the, Okay, here. Couple more. There we go. All right. So now that we've done that, we'll just add that to the front here. And that should hold it in place. And then we've got this pretty white and silver ribbon. I love this ribbon. This is also available. It's like sold out, came back, sold out. I think it's available right now. I didn't check all of the inventory status to see what's available and what's not. So when you're watching this video, make sure you have a little wish list handy and you can jot down everything and then go check it out in the online store if you find something that you're in love with. So I'm going to use a glue dot to hold this in place, just like that. Okay. Now we've got this piece here. The stamp set is from the iconic imagery. So this says celebrate, and then the season is what we're going to use. This stamp set is an online exclusive, so you can only find it online versus in one of our catalogs. This is a good one as well. I always pick my favorites to share with everybody. And we're going to stick this one on with glue dots, or I'm sorry, dimensional. So let's go ahead and do that. Just build our card from the base up. Sometimes I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll stamp everything first and then put the card together. Sometimes I build from the base up. I just never know. However, whatever is easiest at the time, for sure. Okay, there we go. And let's do celebrate the season. So we are going to use some Blackberry Bliss. When you stamp this, you want to make sure you leave yourself some room for the season. I'll actually maybe stamp the season first. Let's do that, get that out of the way. And I'm just going to stamp this in the bottom right. Oh, I can't see. Okay. And celebrate and stamp that just above it. Okay, there we go. So simple stamping for that one. We're going to put this on with some dimensionals as well. Love my dimensionals, as you guys know. If you don't have some of this product that I'm showing you today, you can always kind of consider the same layout, but use product that you already have. That's always fun. And then I made these little bows out of that same ribbon. We'll add that on with a glue dot. Ta-da! Pretty, pretty. The embellishments that I'm using are iridescent gems. These were on the clearance rack. I think they're still available on the clearance rack, which is surprising because they are the most beautiful gems. So if you have a chance to get on and get yourself a couple packs, they go with everything. And so you're going to want them, trust me. We'll stick one up here. The ones that I use here are different. These are iridescent and I don't remember the name of them, but these are really pretty as well. These that I'm using right now are kind of have a clear, they're kind of clear iridescent, where these kind of have a white to them. So there's that card, celebrate the season. And then we're going to stamp. So I've got some fresh Frisian ink. And then this pretty snowflake stamp. I'm going to carry the snowflake theme onto the inside of the card. Whoop, sorry about that. That is really loud on my glass table. Okay, so this is using the Frozen Edges stamp set. It's that stamp right there. Really pretty. So iconic imagery and frozen edges for this one. And then this one just gets glued to the inside of this card. Okay, there's that one. Let's set that up here. Okay, moving right along. Let's do this next card, which is another fan favorite, and it's one of my favorites. I forgot to check to see that I had all the pieces for this one, but it looks like I do. Okay. So this one is also part of an online exclusive. It's called Greetings of the Season. Um, and it might be like Season of Green and Gold might be the entire suite of products. So definitely look into that because it is stunning. The paper is stunning. These are part of the designer series paper, and I've die cut them out using the dies that coordinate with this suite of products. And then this one, I can't remember where this die is from. This one might be with the iconic imagery. I can't remember, but anyways, it's a tag. It's a tag die. And then we're using some pecan pie as our ink today. So this pecan pie with the greens and golds is just gorgeous. This is exposed brick embossing folder, and I just wanted to add a little something to the front of this card. Before I add that, let me go ahead and put a piece of this down. This is the designer series paper that goes with that Season of Green and Gold suite. Definitely check this paper and this entire suite out. It is so stunning. Let me bring this down. Okay, so I'm going to add that DSP strip right there, and then I'm going to add this layer directly to the card base. I'm going to stamp this with our pecan pie ink. So this is a great Christmas card to send. And when I stamp this, I'm going to stamp to the far right to give myself plenty of room to put those sprigs on there. There we go. Okay. This is going to go on with some dimensionals. Those of you who have these kits, and actually I have a few more of these kits available. So if you fall in love with these cards and you're like, I want to put those cards together, definitely reach out to me. I'll have a few of these kits for sale. We'll just stick this on right there. And as you can see, a lot of the pieces are already available for you. So you, like all of these will be die cut, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you don't have this sentiment, you can use a sentiment that you already have, right? Okay, let's do this one. Go through there. There. Great. And now we've got this one. This one will pop up. Okay, I just love it. Love the way that looks. Okay, now I did tie these little bows. These are our very vanilla satin ribbon, and it's a really big chunky ribbon, and it looks great on this card. And this would be great for tying around gift packaging as well, or making tags with it. It's just so big and chunky. It's just really pretty. Okay, and there's that card. We've got a couple gold embellishments that we can place on here. So we'll see one here. We have a new catalog that's coming out. It's actually available for demonstrators to be able to order from right now, which is exciting, but it will go live in January. So if you're interested in getting one of those catalogs, make sure you reach out to me so I can have you on my catalog mailing list. Okay, I did have an extra strip of this designer series paper. So I just gave it to everyone to add to the inside of their card. And then that just goes right on the inside of the card like that. And then you have plenty of room to write Of course, you can use one of these sentiments here and build another sentiment to put on the inside if you'd like. So there's that pretty card. You can see I used two different golds, but as far as the embellishments go, but they both turned out great. Okay, next card. Okay, so this card is a little bit, it's easy, but there's a lot of little pieces to it. So this is also another online exclusive stamp set. It's called Sophisticated Sled. Don't miss out on this one because this one's really pretty. The die cuts that go with it are really nice. I use the Falling Snow embossing folder on the white here to just give that white background a little bit of some interest. Let me grab all the pieces for this one. And we will put this card together as well. Okay. There we go. So I've already put the creases on here, so the embossed lines are already available. So you know exactly where to fold it to create this fun fold. There we go. And then this is going to go on the inside of the card. So we'll just put that in here for right now. And let's keep building the front of the card. So we've got these pieces here. This was embossed with, and I cannot actually remember the name of this embossing folder. I believe it's an online exclusive embossing folder, and it is really, really pretty. You're going to want it. I don't know if it's picking up in the camera or not, but it's got some like, it's definitely 3D because you got a couple different layers of the embossing, and it's like a plaid almost. It's really pretty. So I am going to add these layers to the fronts. To this panel, and then to this one. Now, okay. Now we've got this early espresso. I almost called it chocolate chip. Chocolate chip takes me way back. We used to carry chocolate chip as one of our colors with Stampin' Up! Back when I first started, and that was a long time ago. All right, so I'm going to add this layer here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card front while I'm thinking about it. You want to make sure that you place this on the card front with only adhesive at the top. I'm going to use our dimensionals to hold this in place. I'm going to put one right down there in the middle of that top panel. And then I'm going to add two at the top here. So that's all the adhesive that you'll need. And then I'm just going to center this on my card. There we go. Great. So then when you open it, it's not adhered to the bottom there. All right, let's do a little bit of stamping. Okay, I see that I have forgotten my little white piece. Let me grab one real quick. Okay, so we're going to stamp the Good Tidings. This is from that stamp set, from that Sophisticated Sled stamp set here. Cherry cobbler is one of my favorite colors around the holidays for sure. Okay, we just stamped that. And then I'm going to go ahead while I have that open and stamp the inside sentiment. Now for this Good Tidings, I'm just going to use my paper snips to trim this up. If you want like a perfect lineup, then you're going to use your paper trimmer, of course. But I'm good with that. Add this piece to the inside. There. Okay. Now let's assemble all of these. So this card was definitely a labor of love for the attendees to be able to cut all these pieces up so that their stamping experience was a lot easier, a lot sweeter and simpler. Okay, so I'm just going to use a glue dot for these here so that I don't get too messy. I'm going to put this old olive one in the background and this mossy meadow one on top. So these are the exact same dies, but all I did was just offset it a little bit so that some of the color from the bottom die shows through. So there's that piece. And then this is the sled that you're gonna put together. Let me think here. I'm gonna go ahead and just use a glue dot for this for right now. I probably would go with liquid adhesive. And I'm just gonna stick it right in the center. And it's put on like that. And then you're gonna have another piece. These are die cut from one of our, what paper is it? Let me think if I can think of the name of it. You might wonder that. No, I thought I had it. I'll have to figure it out and let you know, but it is current paper and it's got like all kinds of wood grain. It's really pretty. And we're just going to add this piece to the top like that. Isn't that lovely? And then at the very top of this sled base, we're going to add these sprigs right there. Now, this ribbon right here is part of the Advent calendar, which is a kits collection. And it's cherry cobbler braided linen thread. And you get a spool of it if you get the Advent calendar, which is a really nice kit. And I loved it so much that I decided to use it on this project because it ties everything together. So we'll use a glue dot for that, glue dots for days right at the top there. And then this is part of our, what is it called? Basic Essentials twine, I think, something like that. So this is the crumb cake color of it. You get different colors. You'll get crumb cake and white and gray granite. Anyways, so I just cut a little piece of that. And that's going to hang down because we're going to attach our little skates to it. So these skates are so darling. I die cut them out in white and then silver for the actual skate blade. But as you can see, you can change it up. You can make it any color you want. I just added a little glue. And that slides right on top so easily. I'm going to do the same thing with the other skate blade. There we go. And then these are little shoelaces. Aren't those so cute? So these little shoelaces get tucked right in. There's a slit there in the shoe. I mean, this is so clever. And you just tuck the shoelaces in like that. And then, of course, you can secure it in the back with some adhesive if you'd like. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just going to tuck those little shoelaces in there. Okay. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals to these. Um, I'll use the dimensionals to hold down those shoelaces. Okay. And then I'm just going to place some right here. And one right here. There. Okay, there we go. And so they look like they're hanging from that sled. Isn't that adorable? And then, of course, the good tidings will bring that in and just adhere it to the sled as well. I hope my lighting's okay. I know I'm trying something a little bit different today, so I don't know that the quality is as good. So we'll see when I upload it to YouTube. And then I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back here and add this to the front. Let's put it at an angle. I'm just going to add a little blue right here. I popped this up with dimensionals on the original card, but I did cut the good tidings a little bit more narrow. So there we go. So that card is done, and I didn't add any embellishments to this because it was so detailed. So when you open the card, it opens up like this and like that. Really pretty fun fold. I know exactly who I'm going to send this one to. Okay. How many have we done? We've done 4 projects. We've got 2 more to go. So hang in there with me, guys, for this video tutorial. Okay, let's do this one next. This one features a stamp set that I used a lot of. Actually, the last 2 cards feature the stamp set. It's called Festive Words. I love that bold, beautiful imagery there. And let's grab all the pieces for this one. Okay, so we're going to use real red for this one. Start with our card base. There we go. I have 2 pieces of basic white here, and they are the same size, just so that my attendees at the class didn't get confused. What goes on the inside, what goes on the outside, made them the same. And so we're going to use this to place our little DSP scraps. So these DSP pieces are from the, let me think here, Take a Bow product line. So the Take a Bow has this really cool die that creates a bow when you die cut it with it. And then it also, it's almost like fail proof, making you die cut all these little strips out using this die. It's like one single die. You do run it through a couple times. And then here's the designer series paper that coordinated with it. And you can see you can make all these really cute little bows. I'll have to do a video on that before that's gone for good so that I can show you guys how cool that is. Anyways, I cut these pieces down so that we can place them on this layer. All right, so I recommend starting at the corners. So you just want a tiny little, maybe like an eighth of an inch. So smaller than a fourth of an inch border around there. You find another corner. Okay. I'm not putting a whole lot of glue on there. And then you're going to do the same here. And let's find the stripes here. Right down at the bottom. Um, this one, I'm just basically, you can go whichever colors you want. Use any paper that you have to do this. It's really fun. But I am just going to case what I already came up with because I like how I separated out the colors. I'll add pieces in the middle in. Okay. This is such a fun and easy template to use. Let me see here so that you know. I used 1 1/4 inch squares, okay, to create that if you're wondering. There we go. All right, now we've got these pieces here. This is some garden green cardstock that we're going to center right there. And then this piece right here, I'm going to layer on this real red square. I think it's a square. Let's see if it'll fit. There we go. Okay, because I'm going to pop this one up. Let's put some dimensionals on the back here. I can't believe we're already in the middle of November. I am so not ready for the holidays, but I'm really going to give myself some grace this year for the holidays because we have just got so much going on. All right, there's a scrap piece, and this is what we're going to stamp on. So we're finally getting a chance to stamp. We're going to use the real red and ink up this cute stocking. There we go. And while that dries a little bit, I'm going to add these pieces on. So I did pop this layer up with dimensionals, but I think I'll just lay it completely flat for this particular sample. And then a little fussy cutting because there are no dies that coordinate with this. But this one's not terrible to fussy cut. It's got pretty smooth edges. So just kind of follow along there. Um, and then this is going to get hooked up with some dimensionals as well. I added some ribbon. We've got that real red and white twine that's available, and I forgot it. I forgot it here for this project. So you can see how it should look. There you go. And then on the inside, I did stamp this sentiment or this stamp right here, my gift to you. So cute. So you could stamp it here, you could stamp it there, but what a sweet and pretty card. Fun, bright colors. Okay, you guys, our last card. It's this Noel card. And I actually had 2 different versions of this. I did do the Noel on some of the cards, and people could also do the love, peace, and joy because this stamp also fit on here. These dies, I'm trying to think of which dies these are. I think these might be, oy vey. Which dies? Shoot, I can't remember. Anyways, there's circle dies. So if you type in circle dies, you'll probably come up with it over on my online store. All right, let's grab these pieces and get started. Here's my stamp that I could have used on the inside of that other one. I put it in the wrong bin. So this paper is from the Snowman suite of products. Let It Snow or something along those lines. And so this side looks really good, but this side also looked really good. So I think I'll do this side just to have a comparison between the two. I like the holly berries and everything, the holly leaves on that one because I did add that that element there to the bottom. All right, so for this card, we're going to have this basic black piece that's just going to go across the center of the card. Like so. And then you're going to have this layer. And I think I did again the same thing where I cut it the same size so that you didn't have to worry that you would choose the wrong size when you're putting these together. So we're going to use this side today just to switch it up a little bit. And that's going to go in the front of the card with Stampin' Dimensionals. So let's see that. Come on off. Okay. There. And you just place it on like that. Now this one right here, this has a couple little pieces that I can poke out of there, but we're gonna heat emboss on this. So let's grab our embossing buddy. Heat embossing is not some people's friend, but I love it. So whenever I can heat emboss, I try to. So you're just gonna tap the embossing buddy on the paper like so, and you'll really see it on this basic black paper, but it does wipe off. So once it's on there, that's basically the anti-static. Then we'll take our Versamark ink, which gosh, this ink has a lot of embossing powder on it. But the Versamark ink here, which is our sticky ink, we'll just ink up this stamp. And we're gonna stamp straight down, open up my embossing powder and straight up. Ooh, it didn't stamp the Noel all the way. I can see why, because if you store these stamps with other stamps on top of them, it can kind of make a little indentation there and it hasn't popped back up. I'm going to go with it, but just kind of know that you have to be really careful when you're storing these stamps that you don't have anything lie on top of it. So we're going to use this white embossing powder. And as you can see, my white embossing powder has a little bit of black in it, or it might be a little bit of gold. I don't know. We had a retreat, and sometimes when you have a lot of people using product, it can get a little messy. So that's what that looks like there. And then I'm going to heat it up. Let me step off camera for a second, heat this up really quick for you guys. Okay, so there it is, heat embossed. And then once that dries a little bit, I'll just give it a second. I'm going to wipe it off so that a lot of that embossing powder, the embossing buddy powder, kind of comes off of it. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to take these little pieces. Look at these cute little holly berries here. And then I had a green one. I saw it earlier, I swear. Where did it go? Okay. Maybe it's still in here. Anywho, um, there was a little green one like this, so we're just going to pretend that we have it. But we're going to take the little stamps here and ink this up. This is Poppy Parade. So the last one was Real Red. This one's Poppy Parade. And it's photopolymer, so you just hover. Kind of line it up. There we go. And you didn't have to do that, but that gives it a little bit more dimension and makes it look cuter, in my opinion. So we would add this to here. And what do you guys think? Do you like the stripes or do you like the holly berries better? I like both of these DSPs. I think they're really pretty. And then you're going to put, you see where you've got your holly berries and the leaf there. You're just going to put the berries and the leaf that are die cut out over the top of it to just give it some interest. Okay. So those are our 6 projects. I hope you guys like them. I'm going to bring back in the 6 projects. Okay. One more time here. This one, this one. And you guys will have to tell me which was your favorite card. It's really a toss-up for me. But I really think that they all turned out great, and the product is still available till the end of December at least. So make sure you check it out. I'll share some more with you guys who are on my email newsletter. I'll pick one of these projects and show it and share all the measurements and everything with you. All right, guys, I hope that that was a fun tutorial for you. let me see if I'm able to switch my camera back. I've been trying, um, hmm, I've been trying some new things here. Oh boy. As you can see, it's not working. Weird. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for joining and watching, commenting, liking, and sharing this video. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me see if I can switch back. I don't know that the quality is that great. Hi, it's me again. I think this is my favorite card of them. I just love all the golds and stuff like that. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed that video tutorial of these 6 projects. Let me know if you're interested in the new spring mini catalog that's going to be coming out. It's the January through April catalog. I'll be sending out catalogs this month. And so we'll at least signing people up for them. So if you're interested in that, make sure you reach out to me. Otherwise, this catalog right here is still live. And you can also shop my online store, and I'll leave a link in this video. And there's a lot of online exclusives that are available as well. All right, guys, I hope you have a great night, and thank you for tuning in. Take care. Bye-bye.